Understand this, ladies. The fact that you had your baby naturally or through your vagina, it doesn't make you stronger than the next woman. And the fact that you had your baby through a cesarean section doesn't make your vagina tighter than the next woman. This is a conflict that needs to end. This is a feud that we need to stop. Hello ladies, hello gents. Thank you for being here today. My name is Mira Skender and you know that I do not take your presence here for granted. On today's video, we are going to be talking about a topic that people need to be talking about or don't talk about it at all. Yes, it is that extreme. But before we dive right onto this topic, if you have not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and hit that subscription button. Also hit the notification bell, that way you know when we have new uploads. Give this video a thumbs up if this is the kind of video that you like. And also if you're looking for one-on-one mentorship, hit me up and we can go from there. Let us dive right into this session. Welcome back, fam. There is a silent but very loud war that is going on between women, and it is appalling that this is occurring between women because women need to have each other's back. And this is the war between the natural or vaginal birth and the cesarean section. I don't understand why it is supposed to be a topic for people to debate on or to see who is better than the other one just because one woman had their child through C-section and the other one had their child through a vaginal birth. A woman is the only vehicle that can be used to bring a child into this world. Everyone on this planet came from a woman. So the door by which a child is being born is not something that has to be up for debate. It is not something that has to cause a strife between women. It's not something that women need to use to belittle other women. You hear many instances where a woman thinks that because she had her child through a vaginal birth or through the natural way, then she is better off than a woman that had a child through a C-section. If you don't know what a C-section is, a cesarean birth or a C-section, it is a surgical birth of a child that is made through an incision, a cut that is made on the woman's uterus or the woman's abdomen. Yes, I understand that nowadays some people decide to do a C-section, but before they decide to do a C-section, it is something that they have discussed with their healthcare providers. So it is not something to use to shame a woman. Every child is a blessing. There are many women out there who want kids but they cannot have kids. There are others who have decided not to have kids. There are others who are raising other people's kids. So it doesn't matter the door by which a child used to come into this world. It is not something that people need to be fighting over or make themselves feel superior over another person. Do you know what it means to go through the gestation period? It doesn't matter if your gestation period was for 9 months, for 8 months, for 6 months, or however long you carried the baby in your womb. But when a woman becomes pregnant, everything about her changes. Her emotions, her mindset, the way she sees herself, the way she carries herself, everything is ranging from left to right. And sometimes they cannot even understand themselves. I'm saying this out of experience because I've been pregnant before and I know how it is. Let me tell you guys a story, right? When I was pregnant with my oldest son, I used to work at the bank, right? And I was living at the very top floor of an apartment building, and you needed to climb 3 flights of stairs before going up to my apartment. So I had close work on this rainy day and I was coming back home. About 5 minutes, I'm telling you, literally 5 minutes to my house, I felt like easing myself, I felt the urge to pee, but I was rushing to go home so I could go pee. As soon as I drove and I parked at a parking lot in front of my house, in front of my apartment at the time, there was no way I could hold that pee. I was putting on white pants and it was raining, like really raining hard. And there was no way that I could hold my pee, What did I do? I came out of the car. I was not even able to walk to the front of the apartment to even use the listening office. So what I did, I peed myself. That is what can happen to you when you're pregnant. Your hormones are all over the place. I peed myself. I sat in the rain and I wept because I couldn't see myself doing that. I couldn't even imagine that is something that could ever happen to me, but it did. And the whole of that day to the next day, I could not bring myself to understand that this can happen in pregnancy. This can happen in the life of someone. So when, as a woman, you go about, insulting another woman, especially when you've not even been through childbirth, that is wrong. Because you see, a woman will have a baby, she's gone through all this time with the pregnancy, she's had a healthy baby, and the first thing that a visitor comes home and asks is, how did you have the child? Like, what does it matter how this woman had her child? What does it matter if she had it through surrogacy? What does it matter if she had it through a cesarean birth? What does it matter if she had it through a vaginal birth? She has a baby, a bundle of joy, a blessing. That should be your focus, not how she got the child into the world. When you go to visit or you call a woman on the phone to congratulate her on her baby, never ask the question how she had that baby. Because you can never tell people's struggles. You can never tell what they are going through. You can never tell what happened even before they were able to conceive that child. What you should be concerned about is the health of the baby and the mother, not how the child came into this world. I cannot count the number of times that I have seen women being mortified when somebody asks them how they brought the child into this world. They are ashamed to tell another person that they had this child through a C-section. It is not supposed to be like that. Because I even heard one lady one time, she had a comeback for it. Somebody said, oh, you had your baby through C-section, why didn't you push and push and push so that you can have this baby naturally? And her response to the woman was, at least her vagina is intact, unlike someone who pushed their baby out of their vagina, so their vagina is loose. So she is trying to protect herself by making you understand that you, on the other hand, you're not better than her because her vagina is still intact. Meanwhile, that is a myth. The fact that a woman had a child doesn't mean that her vagina is loose. But that is a way that she used to combat from people asking her why she had a C-section. It is wrong. You cannot tell a woman, you cannot shame a woman for the way that she brought her child into this world. Every woman handles pregnancy differently. Their body changes differently. Their bodies can tolerate things differently. Their appetites are different. Whatever way that a woman takes to bring a healthy baby into the world should not be a cause for concern. Understand this, ladies. Pregnancy is a whole different ball game. Yes, you have this bouncing baby boy at the end of the day, or a bouncing baby girl, or triplets, or twins, or however many babies that you have at once. But it takes a toll on your mentality. It takes a toll on your sanity. It takes a toll on your emotions. It takes a toll on literally everything in your life. So we need to be careful what we say to women who have just had a baby. We need to be careful how we handle them, what we say to them. Because sometimes people are going through postpartum depression. We need to be careful about aggravating the situation or even making somebody get into postpartum depression. Woman has a baby. She has to deal with the raging hormones. She has to deal with the sore nipples. She has to deal with her vagina that is hurting or her C-section that is hurting. She has to deal with all these things. So she doesn't have to deal with people talking about her behind her back or in front of her about the doll that she used to bring the baby into this world. I have had 3 babies. Your body changes. Everything about you changes. Heck, I am still getting used to living in the body that I now have because I've lived all these years without children, and then I had a different body that I recognized, and now I don't even recognize the body that I have because it will never be the same again. It takes some adjusting to. So these are things that people are dealing with. These are things that people are struggling with before you ask a woman who are just giving birth how she brought her baby to this world, be it surrogacy, be it natural birth, be it C-section. Ask yourself, what is the intention? How is it going to help the baby? How is it going to help the mother? How is it going to help the family? Thank you so much for watching today's video. Please do not forget to hit that subscription button. Also hit the notification bell. That way you know when we do have new uploads. And share this video with your family or friends, especially your lady friends. That way they can understand what to do in situations like this. Have a fab one, guys. Stay blessed. Bye.